Thomas used to grumble in the shed at night. I'm tired of pushing coaches. I want to see the world. The others didn't take much notice, but Thomas was a little engine for a long tongue. But one night Edward came to the shed. He was a kind little engine and felt sorry for Thomas. I've got some freight cars to take home tomorrow, he said. If you take them instead, I'll push coaches in the yard. Thank you, said Thomas. That will be nice. So they asked their drivers next morning, and when they said yes, Thomas ran happily to find freight cars. Now the cars are silly and noisy. They talk a lot and don't attend to what they're doing. And I'm sorry to say, they play tricks on an engine who is not used to them. Edward knew all about freight cars. He warned Thomas to be careful, but Thomas was too excited to listen. The shunter fastened the coupling, and when the signal dropped, Thomas was ready. The conductor blew his whistle. Peep, peep, answered Thomas, and started off. But the freight cars weren't ready. Oh, 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 they screamed as their couplings tightened. Wait, Thomas, wait. But Thomas wouldn't wait. Come on, he puffed, and the cars grumbled slowly out of the siding onto the main line. Thomas was happy. Come on, he puffed. All right, don't fuss, grumbled the cars. They clattered through stations and rumbled over bridges. Thomas whistled, peep, peep. They rushed through Henry's tunnel. Then they came to the top of Gordon's Hill. Steady now, steady, warned the driver, and he shut off steam and began to put on the brakes. We're stopping, called Thomas. No, 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 answered the cars, and bumped into each other. Go on, go on. Before his driver could stop them, they'd pushed Thomas down the hill, rattling and laughing behind him. Poor Thomas tried hard to make him go too fast. Stop pushing, he hissed. The cars would not stop. Go on, they giggled in their silly way. He was glad when they got to the bottom, but he saw in front the place where they had to stop. Oh dear, what shall I do? They rattled through the station, and luckily the line ahead was clear as they swerved into the freight yard. Ooh, groaned Thomas as his brakes held fast and he skidded along the rails. I must stop. He shut his eyes tight. When he opened them, he saw he'd stopped just in front of the buffers, and there, watching him, was Sir Topham Hatt. What are you doing here, Thomas? He asked sternly. I brought Edward's freight cars, Thomas answered. Why did you come so fast? I didn't mean to. I was pushed, said Thomas sadly. Haven't you pulled cars before? No. Then you've a lot to learn about freight cars, Thomas. They're silly things and must be kept in their place. After pushing them about here for a few weeks, you'll know almost as much about them as Edward. Then you'll be a really useful engine.